Hi Nikki, this is your 10-minute video. So you start on all fours and then you inhale and arch up and come forward. And then you go into your right shoulder and breathe. And really take your breath there. And then breathing across the shoulders to the left shoulder. And just going from side to side and stretching that area across the top of the shoulders. The breath is everything in yoga. And then you come up onto the fingertips, arch up high, and exhale tailbone to heels. Hold that and breathe into the lower back. And then coming up onto the heels, interlock the fingers and round the back. Stretching into the lower back. And then taking the hands to the right. Stretching the left hip. Inhaling, sitting up again. And then taking the hands to the left. Stretching into the right hip. You just feel it in the opposite side. And then breathing, sitting up straight. Interlock the fingers behind the back. Lift the chest. Stretching, lifting the arms. Exhaling, bringing the head to the mat. And then stretching the arms. You can pull the hands to the right and then to the left. And then coming up again and rolling the shoulders back and down. Again, round the back. Tuck the chin. Coming back onto hands and knees. Take the head in a circle to release the neck one way. And then in a circle to release the neck in the other direction. And then we're going to stretch out the right leg, and then we're pushing through the hands into the heel, stretching the calf muscle, making the leg really strong. Bringing that knee down, stretching out the left leg, pushing through the hands, through the body into the left heel. Feel that stretch into the calf muscle. And then we start to just walk the feet. And as you alternately stretch each leg, it's a stretch the whole way up the leg, drawing the belly back to the spine, walking the feet, and then pushing energy through the hands to the shoulders to the hips, and then pushing energy through the feet, up the backs of the legs to the hips, drawing the belly back to the spine, the shoulders are spread. And then we're going to walk the feet up to the hands, take the mat width apart, spread the toes, hang down. And you're folding the arms, and your whole of the weight of your upper body is hanging down. The head is relaxed, the neck is relaxed. You're swaying from side to side. As you do so, you're stretching the hamstrings. And then bending the knees, and then we're going to sway from side to side, stretching first one hip and then the other. Coming very slowly up. The head and neck are totally relaxed. Now we're swaying from side to side across the shoulders, stretching the shoulders until you come upright, and then rolling the shoulders back and down. And then come into this position, it's called a W, and you lift the chest and then straighten the arms. It's stretching the whole way down the arms. Inhaling and taking the hands up to the sky, and then exhale, bring the prayer to the brow, to the throat, to the heart. And then sending your energy down into the earth, deep into the earth. Fire up the legs, draw the belly in, firm up the buttocks. Inhale, reaching to the sky, stretching up, stretching slightly back. And then exhaling and leading with the chest, coming all the way forward, spreading the toes engaging the big toe, pushing it down, and then inhaling and extending out with a flat back. Exhale, fold towards the right leg. Inhale, extend out, draw the belly up. Exhale, fold towards the left leg. Inhaling, extending out with a flat back, and then taking the right leg back. Now we're coming bolt upright and then pushing that right buttock up down with both hands, leaning slightly back. Inhale, take the hands up to the sky. Exhale, sink into crescent moon, holding that. Inhaling, stretching high. Exhaling, bringing the hand on the inside, straightening that back leg. And bring the body down. Inhaling, gazing up. And then exhaling, taking the hand out behind you, stretching. And then bringing the hands back to the mat, step back into the plank. Inhale. And then the knees go down. And very slowly, we're pointing the toes and coming down, elbows in, shoulders down. Coming all the way down. Head hits the mat, flex the toes, make the legs strong. Inhale, reach forward, point the toes, reach back, flex the feet, reach forward, stretch far, and then relax onto the mat. Point the toes and bring the toes to touch. Tuck the tailbone under and push on the hands. Elbows in, shoulders down. We're doing a cobra. Exhale, take the chin to the chest, stretch the back of the neck. And then we're pushing on the hands, concaving the back, walking the knees in. Inhale, arch up high, onto the fingertips, tailbone to heels. And then breathing into the lower back. Inhaling, arching up. Exhaling, rolling over the toes into the down dog. Spreading the shoulders and pushing energy through the hands to the shoulders, to the hips. Pushing energy through the legs. Spread the shoulders, draw the belly back to the spine. And then inhale, take that right leg forward. Come fully bolt upright on this left side. Tuck that tailbone under. Inhale, take the hands up to the sky. Exhale, sink into crescent moon. And then turn the hands to face outwards, interlock the fingers, lift the chest. Exhaling, releasing the hands either side of that front foot. Step halfway forward, hands on the shins. Extend out with a flat back. Exhale and fold over that leg. We're stretching the hamstrings. Hands either side of the foot, engage the thigh and fold over that foot. And then inhaling, we step forward, trail the leg, and then bring the feet parallel, spread the toes and fold down in a forward bend. And then as you do so, you can lift each heel alternately to stretch each leg alternately. Inhaling, extending out, exhaling and folding. And then bending the knees, and once again we're swaying from side to side, coming all the way up. Giving yourself a back massage, rolling across the shoulders. Inhale, take the hands up to the sky. Exhale, bring the prayer back to the brow, back to the throat, back to the heart, connecting at the heart center. And then inhaling, once again, reaching up to the sky. And we're going to repeat this on the left side. So leading with the chest, we're coming all the way forward, hanging down. And then once again, walking the feet. So you're lifting each heel alternately, stretching each hamstring. Hands on the shins. Inhale, extend out, draw the belly up, engage the root lock. Bend the knees, take that left leg back. Coming bolt upright. Now we're tucking that tailbone under, lifting the chest and stretching back. This stretches the hip flexor. Inhale, take the hands up to the sky. Exhale, spread the toes and sink into crescent moon. Inhale, reaching up to the sky. Exhaling, bring the hands on the inside of that right foot. Exhaling, taking the hands down. Inhaling, gazing up. Exhaling, taking the hand behind. And then bringing the hands back to the mat, stepping into the plank again. Inhaling, and then the knees go down, pointing the toes, shoulders down, elbows in, coming all the way down. Head hits the mat, flex the toes, make the legs strong. Inhale, reach forward, point the toes, exhale, reach back. Inhale, reach forward, flex the feet, bring the hands to the ears, and relax the body down. Bring the toes to touch, tuck the tailbone under, push on the hands, elbows in, shoulders back, exhaling, chin to the chest. Pushing on the hands, concave the back, and then walk the knees in, arching up high, tucking the tailbone right under, onto the fingertips, tailbone to heels, and stretching into the lower back. Inhaling, coming up, and then we're rolling onto the fronts of the feet and rolling over into the down dog. Spreading the shoulders, spreading all the way across the back and breathing into the back ribs. Pushing energy through the hands, spreading the fingers so the forefinger and thumb should be pushed into the mat. Breathing. And then inhaling and taking that left leg forward. Kind of come bolt upright. Inhale, reaching up to the sky. Exhaling, sinking into crescent moon. Turning the hands to face outward. Exhaling, bringing the hands together to lift the chest and stretch the shoulders. Breathing, and then exhaling and releasing the hands either side of that front foot. Step forward halfway. Spread the toes of the left foot. Hands on the shins, extend out with a flat back. Exhale and fold. Inhale, extend out, engage the thigh muscle. Exhale, fold. And then bending that front leg, stepping forward and trailing the back leg. Bring the feet parallel, hanging down. And one more time, walking the feet and just stretching the hamstrings. Bending the knees and uncurling, swaying from side to side, giving that back a nice massage as you come up. And then taking the hands wide, reaching up to the sky. Exhale, namaste, to the brow, to the throat, to the heart. And then we'll step feet apart, and we're going to just do Padottanasana. Inhale, stretch high. Exhale, coming all the way forward, hands on, reaching for the floor, exhaling into that forward bend, getting a nice stretch in the hamstrings. Then we're going to hop into the squat, and we're just going to do a couple of small things on the mat. So first of all, lying on the mat, bringing the knees into the chest, lifting the tailbone. And then we're going to straighten the right leg and do a lying twist. So the left toes are into the right thigh, roll over to the right. Inhale the left hand up to the sky, exhale into the twist. Gaze along that left arm, succeed in getting a nice twist in the spine. Make sure your leg is straight, right leg is straight. Bringing that back to center. Bringing the knees into the chest, lifting the tailbone. And now we're going to straighten the left leg, tuck the right toes into the thigh, roll over to the left. Inhale the right hand up to the sky, exhale into the twist, and gaze along that right arm. And just feeling that spinal twist, releasing the lower back. Coming back to center, we'll bring the knees into the chest and just do one little rocking. So we're going to roll over into the plow and then roll all the way back. Loose cross legs, come forward, and that's going to stretch both of your hips at once. So it's a loose cross legs, the shin bones are parallel, and we're coming forward. Now notice which leg is crossed, and then roll back into the plough. Bend the knees, straighten the legs, and then roll back. Change the cross of the legs so that you work a different hip. And then we're coming forward and just feeling that stretch in the hips. Holding and breathing. And then just that's the end of our 10-minute yoga session, giving a little bit of a stretch and a little bit of work to each part of the body. Lots of love. Come and switch off